see this article on Black Enterprise? So in April, the U.S. economy added 177,000 jobs, and the overall unemployment rate held steady at like 4.2%. However, the picture is drastically different for Black women. Their unemployment rate jumped from 5.1% in March to 6.1% in April, translating to 106,000 jobs lost.
Oh, no.
The most significant drop among all demographic groups.
I don't need no man.
I don't need no man.
Flashback.
Black women are running circles around men.
Right.
And it's also shown in research that women want to marry on their same level of financial and educational status.
Yeah.
So if you're a Black woman making $150,000 a year with a master's degree, you tend to want to marry a Black man on that same level or higher. If Black women are excelling at such an accelerated rate, how do men keep up with that?
Now, my brothers, let's be honest. How many lies have we already debunked about the strong, independent Black woman? I mean, we've been told over and over that they're leading the charge in home ownership.
This can't be right. This can't be right.
And that they're the most educated demographic in America. They shout these talking points from TV screens and social media like we don't know how to use Google or something.
So Black women are, of course, the most educated group among all groups.
Ashley just gave an anecdote, but the numbers also show Black women are one of the most educated demographics in this country and one of the least paid.
All of these studies have come out saying that Black women are the best leaders, that Black women are the most educated, that Black women are the ones who are most likely to make a business successful, that Black women essentially are an asset.
There was an article that just came out that said that actually the most educated demographic in this country right now is Black women. So let me be clear.
When the mainstream media directly lies to people so they can feel more superior, we have a problem here. Been seeing this headline: Black women are the most educated group in the U.S. It's actually Asians that have the most degree attainment. They are also the most enrolled. Asians by far have the most college degrees in this country.
But don't be fooled. This isn't some harmless victory lap or a desperate attempt to speak their fantasies into existence. No, it's far more sinister than that, I promise you. It's a calculated move, an arrogant flex, meant to thumb their nose at Black men. A condescending campaign designed to demoralize and emasculate Black male authority. And while castrated winter soldier simps like Van Jones and Van Lathan wouldn't recognize an insidious, backhanded insult if it came in the form of an axe kick to the skull. Your Grace, Lord Destro has no intentions of letting this slide. We will peel back the layers of these guerrilla tactics as the truth.
All right, Shalom. First off, I want to start by saying all praises, honor, and glory is due to Yahweh by Shem El Shai, by Shemar Kakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the hopeful light, preaching this word in truth and sincerity. I'm the brother Tazabal, the Great Millstone, Arizona camp. Lord will, with another video to edify. And I'm going to label this one, Q1 is over, and Eve is catching her licks. So like, I was drinking this juice I'm doing for my health. So, and you saw in the video, man, Eve is down bad, bro. And this is just the first quarter of the year, and they've been proud against Jake. They tried to demean you. They went on every platform, shitting on the man, and Eve is now falling, right? That covenant with death and hell that they had is not benefiting them no more. And really, no, I'll be honest, bro. I've worked with Eve, and it is a terrible fucking experience, man. Eve in a position of leadership is a terrible fucking experience, bro. I've not once been in a position where I had to work with Eve that was in a position of leadership that it was ever anything smooth. And I'm a chill bro. I can make jokes. I know how to get around Eve and have her chill the fuck out. But man, to have to be on the lion taming, snake charming thing all the time just because she's in the room, and then they're abrasive. So as soon as Esau sat there, shot down that DEI, as soon as Trump started killing off that whole Black Lives Matter movement bullshit, Eve started catching it. And it's a beautiful time, man. Now this is Isaiah 3 and 1 in 16, Salakia. It says, moreover, Yahweh said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, that proud, Black women are the highest educated. Black women are the highest educated. Black women are, man, there's so many Black women with fucking communication degrees. It's ridiculous, bro. It says, the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, undisciplined, proud, sticking out their neck, talking shit to you, talking down to you, walking and mincing as they go. You know that little switch of their hips they do when they walk away with you after disrespecting you, and making a tinkling with their feet. Therefore Yahweh will smite with the scab of the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and Yahweh will discover their secrets. In that day will I take away the bravery of her tinkling ornaments, right? All this bravado she was able to gain, all this money she was able to gain, and they don't save. They live above their means. They don't even try to live below their means. Because they want to, when they start making a little money, they ball the fuck out of control. Right? So the Lord said what? He's going to take away the bravery of thy tinkling ornaments about thy feet, and their calls, and their round tires like the moon, those earrings. Right? The Lord is stripping you, says the chains and the bracelets and the mufflers, right? The bonnets and the ornaments of the legs and the headbands, right? Gucci everything. Gucci down to the socks, right? Big balling. The Lord taking it all away. And this is just the first quarter of the year. I'm sure, the Israelite man is catching it, but he's always been catching it. But I know damn well these proud ass women is starting to get it. And that's why you're about to see a lot more women try to sit here and come your way, bros. It says the bonnets and the ornaments of the legs and the headbands and the tablets, in the earrings, the rings and the nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel, all them damn clothes, your Shein shopping bags, right? All that shit you got in your cart. It says in the mantles and the wimples and the crisping pins, the glasses and the fine linen, and the hoods and the veils, right? The Balenciaga, all this stuff, all this fancy shit that they get. And because they have these things and they were able to buy it for themselves, they look down on a man. And now you got 106,000 jobs lost. That really translates into women losing 106,000 jobs. If the economy is down 4%, or the unemployment rate is steady at 4%, and you black women are 106,000% of that, what is that overall percentage of job loss with you in it? Are you 30%, 40% of the job losses? Right? Let me do a little research. Here we go. So it says in the first quarter of 2025, U.S.-based employers announced 275,000 job cuts. Right? So 275,000 jobs. Let's do the math on this, right? So 275,000, 240 jobs are lost, right? Let's divide that by 106,000. Or is it the other way around? Let me do it this way. %. 38.5%. You account for almost 40% of the job losses. God damn, boy. And that's just the black woman. God damn, man. You almost 40% of job losses with the so-called nigger woman. You ain't got no choice but to shut the hell up now. And it shall come to pass that instead of a sweet smell, a stink, verse 24, and instead of a girdle, a rent, instead of well-set hair, baldness, instead of all them weaves you be buying. Oh, yeah. It says instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty. Right? You ain't gonna be able to buy all that stuff to mask the smells of you not taking care of your health. This is what it's looking like, man. The Lord said he was gonna take away, right, the stay. This is Isaiah 3:1. It says, behold, Yahweh hosts doth take away from Jerusalem and from Judah the stay and the staff, the whole stay of bread and the whole stay of water. Right? What's that other one? Isaiah, I think it's Isaiah 30. Woe to the rebellious children. You women have been extremely rebellious. It's chiefly the Negro woman, because you're the chief of the tribe. Just like Judah is the chief of all the tribes. Well, you women, you Judite women, you're the chief of them. You be the most rebellious. Woe to the rebellious children, say Yahweh, they take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit. And that's what they did with their education. They didn't want to listen to nobody else because they got an education. And now it's failing you. The bed is too short for you to stretch upon it, like the scriptures say. That walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked in my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. And they really were sitting there, well, I'm going to go to school, I'm going to get this degree, that degree, and it's all failing. It's all failing, man. Even my woman is on some bullshit with it. Even my woman, bro. And I can't, hey, yo, all that shit ain't going to matter. And it's not mattering. Right? This is Isaiah 32:9. It says, rise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice, you careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. And these women have been careless. Let's get that word, because I was talking to a bro. He said, when you look at that word careless, man. I think I was talking to the brother Laab. Yeah, we was talking about this yesterday, man. We go to verse 9. Let's get that word careless. And it's batazah. And it says what? To trust. Trust in, trust, have confidence, be confident, to be bold. Be secure, to cause to trust, to make secure, to feel safe, be careless. It says, be confident, be confident or sure, bold, confident, secure, careless women. Put confidence, make to hope, put to trust. You women have been, hey, you've been at ease. You've been careless. You had this overinflated sense of surety about yourself. That because you had this degree, because you had this, and you've seen it many times, that you were untouchable. You didn't need a man. You're 38% of the layoffs in the first quarter. Man, that's tough. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall you be troubled, you careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. And that's already setting in. 38% of the job losses. Man, and they looking bad. Now this woman, look at that. It says more than 106,000. So it might just be 40% of the job layoffs. It says, tremble, you women that are at ease. Be troubled, you careless ones. Strip you and make you bare. And gird sackcloth upon your loins. And now you've put yourself in a position, because the chief one that's been talking shit about men has been the nigga woman, bro. It's been the chief one, man, that's been running her mouth. So now you got the men not even wanting to be with you, so much so that you got Jake men, and I see why. Jake men will go across the fucking ocean. Will take a flight 10 hours and meet something bad that's cooperative. And it's a Jake too, so they can vibe out. And you women are just out of control, man. So what do you think you're going to do in these times? Men ain't going to be picking you up. You're going to go through a time of just extreme humbling. It's terrifying, man. Tremble, you women that are at ease. Be troubled, you careless ones. Strip you, make you bare. And gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. Upon the land of my people shall come up thorns and briars, yeah, upon the houses of joy in the joyous city. It says, because the palaces shall be forsaken, all them eviction notices that's about to come, right? Those repos for them expensive ass cars. The multitude of the city shall be left, the forts and the towers shall be for dens, forever a joy of wild asses, a pasture of flocks. Right? You women are in a, man, you in a bad spot. You in a bad spot, man. All because you was able to make a couple dollars, man. The scriptures talk about 1 Timothy 6 and 16. It says, who only hath immortality, dwelling in the light, which no man can approach unto, whom no man hath seen, nor can see, to whom be honor and power everlasting. Amen. It says, charge them that are rich in this world, and women have been able to sit here and get a level of wealth that men bust their ass and still may not ever get a chance to get at. There's been so many opportunities that's just been afforded to. I mean, these women will sit here, make an OnlyFans, depend on niggas to pay for their OnlyFans, and be proud against men instead of being grateful that they give them an opportunity to make that type of money. It's like a prostitute that talks shit to a dude that's ready to buy. Can you imagine the pride in that? You down bad enough where you got to sell your box to multiple niggas a day. And that's how you women have acted, man. Charge them that are rich in this world, that they be not high-minded, nor trust in uncertain riches. And that's what you women have done. You've been high-minded. You trust in uncertain riches, a false sense of popularity and stableness of your lives on social media. Likes and shares and comments have gassed you up against the man, and now you alone. Nor can see, to whom be honor and power, and honor and power everlasting. Amen. You see? Or no. It says, nor trust in uncertain riches, verse 17, but in the living power, who giveth us richly all things. And that's what you were supposed to trust in. And bros, in this truth, the more we go through stuff, when you're sincere, the more we lean upon the Lord to help us. But, hey, you women, man, you leaned on Esau so much. you leaned on that false statistic of you, the most educated. Well, this is Isaiah 36. I'll start at 5. It says, I say, sayest thou, but they are but vain words. I have counsel and strength for war. Now, whom dost thou trust, that thou rebellest against me? Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. And you women have trusted in the American way. So much so that you refuse the name of the Lord. You've had these women sit here and talk shit about bros like we don't know what we're talking about in the scriptures. And shit on the man in the process. And look at the position you about to be in, man. At the same time that they're sitting there cutting down on social services. And if they're sitting there saying that you have to be working at least 30 hours to get food stamps and certain things like that, if there's no jobs for you to get, they cut you out of food stamps altogether. The vintage is failing, man. I don't want to beat a dead horse, man. I'm gonna put this video in the comments. Subscribe to this dude, man. He be putting some fire together, bro. Young Destro. Be putting that gasoline on it. This is just for educational purposes. I don't make no money off these videos. This is tying it in with the scripture. You did a good video. I'm just bringing the scriptures to it. Shalom.